Well, today we are finally going to fix this spacer issue on this lathe. This is set up for metric threading right now, but get this thing off of here. What the deal is this spacer. I made this thing a long time ago, and I really didn't know too much about what I was doing. It's made out of aluminum, and it's got a filed keyway in it, and it's really not the right size. So what we're going to do is finally get around to fixing this thing. So I'm going to turn it, we're going to broach it, and we're going to be done with it. So stand by. Okay, so I've measured the shaft, I've measured everything that needs to be measured, and unfortunately it is half metric. Get some focus here. It's half metric and half whatever. So I've got a broach that'll work, and I've got a piece of steel that'll work. But I don't have a broach plug for 18 millimeters. That's a 3/4, which is a little too big. So we're going to make one for 18 millimeters and a 3/16 broach. I don't know why they just didn't go all metric or all imperial, but they seem to have some reason for doing that. But in any case, we're gonna make it. So stand by and we'll start cutting some steel. I got a piece in the lathe, and I figured this was a suitable candidate because it came off an N-series tractor front spindle. So it's pretty tough steel. Not that it has to be, but what the heck? We're making a part for a lathe that's gonna live forever. So I got it chucked up, and I'll put the lathe back together temporarily, and we're going to make a little spacer. Stand by. Alright, I got the lathe put back together temporarily here. And we're going to start making this thing. A little more. This, I don't know what this is, but it's pretty good metal. The machine's pretty good. Okay. Start drilling. So I know on this lathe that if I back the cross slide all the way out and these jaws aren't sticking out, that this will clear. Alright. So our finished hole diameter is going to be 709. Alright, I got a 680 drill here, so we'll drill it out to that, and then guess that hole wasn't exactly on center. This is our final drill, and what the heck, we use the pallet holder. Looks like that one will hold it. Everything's falling on the floor today. All right, let's go. That should be plenty. Alright, I'm going to set up a boring bar, and we only have maybe 20 thou to take out of this thing or less, so let's get that all set up. Let's get an idea where we are. Okay, we're at 688. Yep, 688. And we want to go to 709. That's 21 thou to come out. 10 thou aside. Let me find a boring bar. Put a small one in. Okay, I gotta put a small boring bar in this tool holder. I'll spray the boredom. Alright, I got the small boring bar in here. We gotta take 20 thousandths out. I got an indicator on the way here to tell me when to stop feeding. So I'm going to take a 5 thousandths cut here at about 400 RPM, and then we'll measure it and see what we got to take out. Okay. Let's get a quick measure. $6.94. Seven and a half thou to come out. So we'll just go right to it. Okay, that should be it. 708.5. Just shoot a spring cut through there. $709.3. Alright, we're on size. I'm going to chamfer it on both edges, inside and outside, and then I'm going to part it off at the right length. We'll turn it around. We will chamfer both of those, and then we will make the broach plug. So okay, set up for some parting off action here. Okay, there's our edge. We are going to come over 415. One, two, three, 4, 15. I'll lock it. Parting off speed, yep, 400 looks about right. Nope. Okay. One thing I see people doing on YouTube, not a lot of them, but every once in a while you see somebody where they got a center in here and they're parting off. And man, that is so dangerous. You never ever want to part off. You can start the cut with a center in there, but never finish it with something holding this thing into the chuck, because what can happen is as soon as you break through and the piece becomes loose, it can cock, and then you'll snap your blade off. And I don't know if you've ever seen one of these blades snap off before, but it comes out like a bullet. Somewhere in the ceiling there is a hole where years ago one of them flew by my head. It went right, this ceiling is made out of half-inch drywall, something like that. It went right through it. So you never want to have a center in here when you're finishing a parting cut. Just a word to the wise. Alright, let me get this out of here and get the new piece in. Hang on. Okay, so I've seen various ways of people setting up, narrow objects in the chuck. This is how I do it. I get a parallel that's going to space this thing out the right distance. I hold it against the chuck face. And I'm thinking I want something a little bigger. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And just give it a little tap. That should be running fairly true. You can always knock it around if it isn't, but let's just see what happens here. Yeah, it's running out. It's not running out at all that I can see, which is fine. So let's face it and chamfer it, and we should be right on our width. Let's just see. Okay, we're 5/1000ths too fat. Oh, we're 2/1000ths too fat, which I'm not even going to worry about. Pretty good. that's good. We're ready to make the brooch plug.